Boom! What up? What up? Welcome back to Trading Unfiltered. Tatted per usual, and we got
Sellers over here. What's going on?
oh man, what's going on? What's going on? Today was a day.
It was for you.
Damn right. Hey, look. To be honest, I don't normally trade. I think I traded like 8 tickers today, even swinging a couple. Pretty rare that I trade that many tickers, but there was just I hope this continues. I know you ain't been feeling great. You didn't trade today. I hope when you come back, we're still experiencing the hotness, because it's been good.
Yeah, man, I'm going to try to trade tomorrow. I felt rough today. And I've just been busy and all that good stuff. I still don't feel great, but I'm going to pull through.
Well, disclaimer, we all know trading when you're sick leads to ruin, at least for me.
That's right. That's right.
So today, some trade review, couple big announcements. Without further ado, do this intro thing.
Get it.
Okay. So I was planning to go over one really good trade, one pretty good trade, and one I still think it's a good trade, but it was a loser. If there is such a thing as a good loser, which I think in trading there is, because today my win rate was like literally 50%. But
hey, but that's all right when you got a 50% winner in there.
Yeah, like I tell you all the time, look, win rate is so overrated. I won half of my trades today. In life, and anything else in life, 50% is like not good. NBA, NFL, basketball, football, just work, life, whatever. 50% is horrible. But in trading, you can have 50% win rate. I think something is great, something is bad. It's all about your risk reward. But I will say this, my average loser today was like 4%. My average gain today was like 20% because of the big 50% banger.
The biggin.
So today, just going to break down a few trades. One good, one really good, and we'll call it one ugly. But with that, let's get into this breakdown. It's the first time I've used that. I was pretty excited about it.
It looks good, man. I really like it. You did a good job with it.
I love that thing. All right, so let's do some trade breakdown. And I'm going to start it off. We'll start it off with a good trade.
Let's see.
But not the best trade. Let's say that. Let's see here. Make sure I get the right one pulled up.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. PLRX. To be honest, I can't remember exactly when. You might know, but I know we bought this ticker in the past. I took a loss on this ticker in the past. This is a tough one. Higher priced, usually not my wheelhouse. Very high IO %, institutional ownership. Don't usually like those.
And hasn't this one been up forever?
It has. It had its last big run up months ago, and it's never died.
Yeah, man. I look back at it sometimes because I think, and I might be wrong, but I feel like I might have hit a long on this in pre-market like months ago.
You probably did from your phone and made a bunch of money.
Oh, well.
But you do. But this thing, and I will pre-apologize because I don't have the daily pulled up right offhand, but this thing gapped up massive. This was a big gap, and it gapped to all-time highs. And normally, I avoid stocks that eclipse all-time highs like the plague. I don't fool with them because you're into uncharted territory. But this was a little different because it did it in pre-market, and then all pre-market, it just slowly faded and had a lot of distribution. Never showed a single sign of strength. Obviously, as you can see here, my purple line is VWAP. The cyan line, I guess you call it light blue, is the 1-200. But it opened weak, right? Like for it to gap up where it did to all-time highs. I mean, it gapped up to like 45. That was all-time highs. I think 44.50 or some change was the all-time highs. Gapped up above all-time highs, and then just faded all pre-market. So,
I've noticed that a lot. Like just pre-market overreactions on things like that, especially on those higher price tickers. I don't remember which one it was, but it was several months ago, and I remember there was one that I remember I made like, gosh, there was a bunch of people trading it on Twitter and everything else. I didn't nail the short on it, but my buddy in town did. But I remember it made new all-time highs pre-market, and I remember making like $10 a share on it. It went from like 30 to 40 something.
See, and if I would have hit this pre-market at the all-time high level, because I think I even joked with a couple guys, and I was like, I'm about to smash this at our boy Valentine. I said it to him today. I was like, I want to take a stab at this right there at all-time highs. I didn't, but he's the pre-market king and nails stuff pre-market left and right.
I know, man. I don't know how he does it. Every time I'll DM him, I'm like, how, dude? How?
Man, he's really good at pre-market trading. Not my forte there, but if I'd have done what I said I was going to do, yeah, this would have been massive.
He's been awake all day, so like he's already ready to go,
Yeah, it's true.
It's like evening time over there, or afternoon, and it's like right in the morning for us, so we're still kind of tired.
Yep. But this one, it did open weak, and because it opened weak, I was afraid it was going to just tank. So I don't typically just short that open on weakness like that. It's not usually my thing. I did this to kind of cure some FOMO and really to put it in place so if it does tank, I at least catch a piece of that move. To be honest with you, this is why I say this is an okay trade. It worked out, but I wanted to wait for VWAP. I like when these stocks, this is what I consider a gap and crap. Huge gap and actually craps out before the market opened, and then it kisses VWAP, that purple line kisses VWAP and then just dies. That to me is like a perfect gap and crap pattern. That's what I love. It sets a nice, easy risk level, nice risk reward, easy to recognize. Like that to me is an ideal gap and crap. However, as you can see per the chart, I was early because it was just so weak. Didn't have a lot of volume. It was looking really weak. I didn't even think it was going to get up to VWAP. So I ended up hitting it again. So because I hit a little low, my risk level, because I love VWAP on these gap and craps, was risking a VWAP break and hold. So not just a little quick, tiny little break like it did, but a break and hold and consolidation above VWAP. Then I would have been out. So that quick little pop above VWAP didn't really scare me. And then obviously it tanked back down. I covered some there around noon just to put me in the green, pay for locates, and then I moved my stop down to break even. And then it just kept fading.
Man, and that you said about using VWAP, like a VWAP hold and not just like a dollar number or a percent number for your stop initially is kind of what makes it good about guys like us that are sort of like a hybrid of systematic and discretionary. Because we can do things like that, and if that's how we want to trade, it's fine. We don't have to just adhere to something strict. Like
I agree 100%. Like, I love my data. I got Excel sheets for days. I love data, but I do love combining discretionary with the data that we have. Like that's 100%. Because if I would have set my stop right there above VWAP, I'd have got stopped out, and then obviously it faded the rest of the day. that would have pissed me right off.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, man. So my thesis was considered broken if it breaks above VWAP and holds. So good trade, not great, worked out. I was a little trigger happy on the entry because, to be honest, it was so weak in pre-market, so weak at open. I didn't even think it was going to get to VWAP. It did, but this to me is a perfect gap and crap. This is what I consider a gap and crap. I know everybody has their own definition of gap and crap. There's 1,000 different gap and crap criteria, but for me, this is what it is. Weak open, and then it kisses VWAP ever so briefly, and then just boom, fades off the rest of the day. Held below VWAP, held below the 1-200. Like, it worked out nicely. A little early on the entry, but it worked out. So that's
nailed it.
My kids watch that show. So that was number one. That's PLRX. Do a quick one here. This is this is a loser. I consider it a good loser because I followed my plan. I'm not mad about it. It just didn't work out, but I'm cool with that. So that's this one. BOXD, another, kind of more of a gap and crap, weak open. I'm not as big of a fan as ones that create these gaps from the night before. I don't know what your take is on that. I prefer my gaps to happen that day, not after hours the day before. But that's just me.
I mean, I just feel like they're not going to have as much of a volume trap type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I typically don't do as well with them. They typically don't offer as much range. But anyway, more of a trend line trade. Same concept. VWAP and the 1-200 was right there together at my entry. My risk was a break of that trend line that started forming from the previous after hours. And I loved my entry. And to be honest, I lost on this trade, but I loved my entry. I was patient, waited for the entry I wanted. And I love my exit. My exit was the trend line break. That's exactly what it did. And I'm not even that, I lost. And then it proceeded to kind of chop around the rest of the day. So whatever. It would have been a headache. I got out. Quick loss. Small loss. Followed my plan. Is what it is. So I consider this a good loser if there is such a thing, which I think there is.
Oh, no doubt, dude. I mean, that looks good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, follow my plan. Good entries, good exits. Didn't work. I would take it again 1,000 times over. Same trade. If it presented itself 1,000 times, the edge is there, the win rate's there, the risk reward's there, I would have taken it time and time again. Didn't work out. But, we lose. You have to get really comfortable with losing if you're going to be successful at trading. Like I said, my win rate today was 50%. So there's that one. Oh boy. Now we're going to do the good one.
Let's see this one.
Oh man. It's been forever since I've hit a straight up parabolic like this, but I'm so glad. Oh, that's just, I should frame, that's a fridge trade right there.
Yeah, man, that's a wall hanger.
Pretty. So, parabolic, for those of you that do or don't know, that's what this is. It went straight up real fast and came back down as fast as it went up. Now, obviously, this thing proceeded to come back down and go back up and come down again. That's pretty rare for parabolics, but that's also why on a parabolic move, if I'm up 40, 30, in this case, almost 50%, I'm taking it because you never know what they can do. Somebody asked in the room, or a couple guys I was talking to today, what is your GTFO criteria, get the F out criteria. And my answer to him was if it breaks above VWAP and it holds, which this one did. And that's exactly where he got out, and it worked out because obviously it can't believe it rebounded like that. It's pretty wild. But this doesn't look like much. Like I shorted it at $1.50, covered some at $1.10, covered more on the sub-dollar break. So it doesn't look like a lot. But this is like a 50% gain. I think it was like 42%. Like,
yeah, that's a monster trade, dude.
Yeah. And like, I think people looking at this, especially people that aren't so familiar with trading, like they're going to look at this like, oh, you shorted from $1.50, you covered it right around $1, whatever. But huge percent gain. And that's what you have to keep in perspective. Like, that's where you can keep things on an even playing field, whether you're playing with high price tickers, low price tickers, whatever. Like, range is range. There are some guys that refuse to take trades if they're under like $2 or under $5 or whatever works for them. But man, this was a massive opportunity, and this is the first pair I've caught in a long time. Feels good.
Yeah, dude, you nailed that one, man. I'm jealous.
Well, and so, you know, a lot of people play these parabolic plays different ways. Some are straight systematic, some are a little more discretionary. Again, you know, we're kind of hybrid. It hit certain criteria, you know, pair of 30, it ended up being like a pair of 80. It went just crazy. But anyway, when I'm shorting parabolics, I'm not just shorting it at a certain percentage. When it gets up a certain percentage, I'm looking for things on the daily, or I'm trying to at least let it set a top. That's why I shorted it after it set that little, you know, top there at the 160 range. It at least gave me a risk spot. Like for me, I shorted it there, and my risk spot was if it created a new high off of that, I was done. I wasn't gonna fool with it. Fortunately, it worked out. But I just can't stomach wide stops on parabolic moves. But that's just my style. But yeah, set a little mini top. Good spot to get in. Worked out. And then also, I'm going to share one more screen around this trade because I always reference the daily on every trade I make, including parabolics. They are not excluded from the daily being used. I think a lot of guys don't use the daily on parabolics.
They should.
I do. I freaking love the daily. It's my favorite chart.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it for every trade I take.
Same.
Gotta use multiple time frames.
Oh yeah, you and I both have a screen where it's got like 4 time frames of the same stock on the same screen. Like I live on that screen.
That's my middle screen. Like my middle monitor is that.
Yep. So this was the daily, and these massive red markings are basically why I did what I did. So I got short, like I said, around the 150, 160 area, which per my gigantic red circles is a massive bag holder area. On that particular day, there was like roughly 60 million shares traded of the stock, which dwarfs what it did today. Like today, it only did, I don't know, 25 million or something. So huge volume day, huge run up. And obviously after this run up, it came right back down, which created tons and tons of bag holders who are now so underwater in their position. So now any chance they have on any pop, they're going to be looking to exit their position to minimize losses. Now, they're still taking a fat loss on this because that was a massive run up and it's tanked since then. But for me, this created a nice daily risk level. So like it set a top intraday. Plus if I'm using the daily, like it had some nice consolidation after this massive bag holder short creation. So it was kind of like, I'm all about confluence, right? Like I want multiple reasons to short a stock. I want the daily to be in my favor. I want the favor. I want the stats to be in my favor. I want multiple things to be in my favor. So that way it's much, much harder for me to be wrong, or at least give as many reasons as possible that this is going to work out. So I love the daily. But that right there, I mean, sheesh, like, I know it's kind of hard to see my short when you look at this daily, but I mean, I got short right here, basically where that red line goes across, and that's where my entry was. And it was really in relation to those bag holders, as we call them.
Oh yeah, dude, you killed that one.
Yeah, so confluence, a lot of confluence on that trade. So that was my trade of the day. This, thus far, is going to be my trade of the month. Unless something crazy happens in the next, what we got, 8 days, 5 trading days, 6 trading days left, whatever it is. So unless some craziness happens, that's going to be my trade of the month right there. I mean...
Well, it was a beaut.
A beaut, Clark, a beaut. Like, just one more time. One more time. I mean,
oh yeah,
50, not quite 50, 45% gain in one day. I don't care what anybody on Twitter says, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Don't believe all those Webull screenshots. People make like 300, 400, 500%. It's just, I mean, it happens, but I'm just saying, like.
Hey, now, don't be talking about my Webull screenshots.
Yours might be legit, though.
Well, I don't think I've ever... No, I posted one that was like 100-something%, but that was...
They happen.
That was on That was on HUDI.
Those usually happen on the long side, not the short side.
It was a long, and it wasn't an options trade, and it wasn't very big size either.
Yeah, these arrows here, these are 1 share arrows.
That's right. That's right.
But anyway, this is what you come for, right? This is why you got to stay in the game for opportunities like this. It only takes a couple, a few. Some of the best traders I know have said this time and time again. My boy, I freaking love this guy, John Papa. Love that dude.
Yeah.
And he would say that all the time, like a few good trades could make your month. Like you can have, within your averages over the course of a month, and then you have a few that you just knock out of the park, and that can make your whole month. Like these are the type of things that can create a month. But you got to have risk management to put yourself in these positions so you can catch these when they happen.
Exactly.
But yeah, man, I traded like 8 tickers a day, 4 green, 4 red. The loss I showed was actually my biggest loss. The others were scratches. I fooled around with that massive runner today, INMD or whatever it was called. Got chopped up on the front side and then rode the end of the day fade, but pretty much not quite break even. Small red, but actually that BOXD was a bigger red. That was my biggest red of the day, that BOXD trade that I showed. But even so, yeah, but even so, like, I mean, I'm gonna put it up here one more time because I do lose. I lose often. It's okay. I'll take that. Follow my plan. Small loss. 4 times a day. But the 4 winners were really solid.
You had a hell of a day, man.
Busiest trading day I've had in months. Because, December I didn't trade much. We know that. January took me a good week or so to get into it. Finally did. But today's the busiest trading day I've had in quite a while, But it feels good to... Hell yeah. It's good stuff.
You killed it, man. I'm happy for you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man.
With that, you want to do the honors of this announcement?
Yeah. So, buddy of mine that I've been talking to for a little while now, he reached out to us, asked if we wanted to be a part of his room. It's New Age Wall Street. Nas. Yeah, so his name's Cruz Hernandez. You might have seen him on Twitter. Cool guy.
Options king.
Yep, he is. He is a good options trader. He really is. But if you know anything about his room, it's not a small cap room, but we're gonna have a small cap channel in there now. So we're gonna be the face of the small cap side in that room from here
Which
on
is
out.
exciting and it's a lot of pressure. It's exciting, but damn it, it's way more exciting than it is pressure. And it's gonna it's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm excited about that. I'm honored that he asked. Like,
me too.
pretty awesome. I'm excited about that. NewAgeWallStreet.com, already a great established community. A lot of educational materials. Like I said, dude kills the options game. He's also, I didn't really know this until I really started getting into the website myself over the last few days when we started these conversations. He's got a lot of coding skills that he's put into like his options work too.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Sharp guy, man. Sharp guy. Good team of people. Excited about that. That's going to be fun. And then me and you running a room together, I said, there goes the neighborhood.
That's right. That's right.
It's going to be fun. But yeah, man, check it out. NewAgeWallStreet.com. We will put the link in the description. He's on Facebook, Twitter. I got the website. It's out there. If you have questions, same as normal, right? Hit us up. Twitter, comment, Facebook, all the things.
That's right.
But that's going to be a game changer. We'll probably have some future videos. I would venture to say advertising and showing a little bit more of the New Age Wall Street stuff. But this doesn't really start for us until February 1st.
Yeah, we're really just going to kind of be building our place in there. Just so we can provide as much value as possible, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, we got to have a little bit of time to get set up, get things rolling, get things set up, rearrange some stuff on servers, websites, etc. So February 1st, we should be good to go. But it's one of the few places that I'm aware of that will have more than just small caps or more than just options. Most places just cater to one group. They're one of the few that does both. And I would venture to say that we will do both well. I could speak for myself and say I'm excited to learn from him when it comes to options. I don't know options at all the way he does. Not even close.
Neither do I.
So, dude, I'm excited to have the opportunity to learn from him as well while we create our thing and provide some extra value to hopefully a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, man, check it out. NewAgeWallStreet.com. We'll put it in the description. Same as always, like, comment, share. I think we continue to get better at this. I hope. That was fun. I always like reviewing trades. I enjoy that.
I really like reviewing yours. Just that, like I was talking about with you earlier. It's really just helpful, especially. I mean, when it's me and you both talking about a trade, we kind of bounce what we're thinking off of each other, and we have good points on both sides. Like you'll see something I don't see, and vice versa.
Yeah, there's a lot of successful traders. Some of the most successful traders, they talk about the importance of like pods, right? Like having a pod or a group of people that you can talk with, communicate with, share ideas, hold each other accountable. Super important, man. This is a very tricky game where emotions can kill you, and you got to have some people to help keep that in check.
No doubt, man. I totally agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, man. Now we get a platform to do this. A much bigger platform to do this. I'm excited about that. That's crazy. Still pretty unreal. Surreal, as they say. The most overused word in all of existence, but it is surreal.
It certainly is.
Well, folks, with that, we'll see y'all on the next one of these. Hopefully, we'll see some people in the New Age Wall Street community. And, yeah, man, we'll keep it rolling. We'll keep doing this. And I guess until next time.
Yep, just holler at us.
All right, folks. We'll holler at y'all later. Sellers, I'm sure I'll talk to you in the AM.
That's right.
Peace.